The next speaker on the board requires no introduction. I'm not going to say a word about him. Everybody knows him. The architect Prem Nath.
I thought the subject is structure, either structure, and beyond obvious. So are the engineers who beyond obvious? Obvious architect. I'll take you through my exposure to the journey of what high-rise architecture. Structure, you'll be doing it, but architect point of view. I wish there were some more architects over here. Architect must understand the structure system. Architect must understand the system of structure to help the structural engineer to do it. He can't design the structure, make a plan. If he plans his building well, then structural engineer can help him a lot. Otherwise, structural engineer has to plan the building also. Most of the time in the extreme, you see, the good high-rise building done by architects and engineers together. It was an architect and engineer who did the first high-rise building with icon in the USA. It's an architect and engineer who brought to you the concept of structural designing for last century, for next 100 years. So architect has to play the role of an engineer, understand the engineering, and also engineer should understand architecture. In this context, to speak to you about that. Today, of course, I will be talking about high-rise building in India particularly. The current tallest building all know is Khalifa, and the next one going to come is King Tower. There will be about 1,000 meters. Really next year possibly. It was 1950. 70 years back, architect Egland Wright had devised a 1 mile building, 1760 meter high. Yet, after 70 years, the building when it was ready will be 1 kilometer, 1,000 meters, not 1 mile. 1 mile yet to reach, that is obvious. Somebody will do it. Race started in last century when we high-rise building in USA. They were the pioneers in doing over here. And in 31, the landmark building came. The Empire State Building was the first truly high-rise building which became an icon. The USA was known as Empire State Building. They put Empire State Building and known as USA. That's called, the credit goes to architect engineer. This building has first time been used glazing, structural glazing, and put a dark granite stone in the dark cladding over there. This building has been easily renovated. This is the way the building was built. You had no cranes, there were no tower cranes, you have only wheelchair ropes, and these are the people who were working square boys. How they build the building. Letting siesta a bit back over the lunchtime on the beam structure over here. They use rivets. They had no technology about welding was not really developed enough. They used not with us, they used millions of rivets to the building. What kind of pre-engineering has been done? I'm talking 90 years back. The building is still standing there. Look at the boy, he's putting a sphere of the building, is Chrysler building top of the next to that. Having made this building iconic building, do you remember who the architect? Structural engineer? What difference does it make? What does it make? Who designed the building? Prem Nath designed the building, Anna designed the building, or who designed the building? So never mind. You'll be forgotten one day. Be happy and does a good job for the sake of your knowledge. And an iconic building less than 100 years over there, nobody knows about architect and engineer. Architect was land, and engineer was welcome. There are many such buildings over there. And next question comes, he designed a building in an edge frame. He had put thought those days, about 60 elevators. He put sky tower on top of that. And the building was done. And what engineer thought about that? You didn't have computers. You didn't have a system. You didn't have E-tab, B-tab, whatever it is. You didn't have a calculator even. The slide rule was done over there. How they must have designed the building. Think of that. Building was constructed in 1 year and 45 days. 13 and a half. 4 basement under 2 floors. 4 floors per week. Now tell me, they then started digging the foundation, 4 floors, about 20 meters down, and that design was being developed. How fast must have engineer done the structural designing for the entire building? Entire structural designing was done while excavation was being done. Plan was being developed that time. How much time do you take today? I go to engineers, I'll go to analysis, I'll do this thing, do that thing, it takes 6 months time, 3 months time. 3 months time will come out of the 10th floor. 104 foundations, 20 meters down, 4 floors, and they have come out of it. Think of that. What does it take to do it? Decision making. Come out of common sense. These engineers had a lot of common sense to design over there rather than going through nitty-gritty, this stuff, detailing of computerized joining, winding, all this. What is our old mysteries? Our old people were so smart enough. They have one kind of thought over there, job is done. To think fast. The extra takes so much time. Implementation takes time. But the design and building was about 12 months time. Can you beat that? Anybody can beat today? We hear China has been doing over there, but they take about 6 months time pre-engineering and they come and assemble in 2 months time. That's not a great thing over there. Anyway, this building is being recently renovated, and this building is test of time. It has gone through all the earthquakes. It has gone through the windstorm and gone through the space crash also. The twin towers fell down, this building fell down. There is a similar kind of accident. It was an accident. The crash, 373 crashed into it. It survived. There had a lot of stiffness were done in that. The structural system, what you call it over there, core, and you have a tube around that. So and that's why building was spray was made quite to give stiffness to that. This building has been now renovated and carrying a gold rating green building. First time such a billion-square building is done after 100 years back. Now, the structural system was done basically, I told you, was really what you call as external tube and frame was done by them about 100 years back. And after that, you know the guy, Dr. Abdul Rahman Khan? He's Einstein of architects, engineers. He was the one who gave you concept of structural engineering. He gave you various working scheme over there, gave you various concepts about different design concepts, which you call as he built a magnificent building, and he gave you concepts about different type of structure, different heights over there. These are being followed by engineers world over till now. What I may call that? You call this double tube over there. You got it bended tube over there. You call it tube and tube here, and you call different things. Even in Burj Khalifa and our building in Mumbai here have been in the same concept called tube and tube. They've been planned by the architect to be done keeping in mind what survived structure. You can do acrobatic, understandable. You do a great job over here there, but at enormous cost. Once in a while it happens, but not always. So architect has to understand structure from over there, so that job will be easy. My engineer says, I give him every time system feed because I give him system. I know what is going to help him to do, give me best technology design. We all know that we have wind speed pressure over there, that people use various methods of wind tunnel and testing and whatnot was done by them. Today, do the computerized over there. And in China, one case very done beautifully. He's given cavity about 3 floors at 2 levels and let the wind pass through and put turbine there. So they can get wind power. Advantage of this, the wind pressure released and produces energy for the building. That's very smart. Architects, things like that. And engineers help us do it. This is the kind of building you see over here. In architect's plan, it helps you have inbuilt safety about earthquake. If it makes very funny plan over there, God forbid, you may have to put a lot of steel and still struggle over there. But if the architect is smart over there, it will give you inbuilt safety. Understand that what form goes well over there. There are few different techniques on that over there, right? We're doing building now here in Mumbai here, about 100 floors, are trying to give stiffness at 8 and 50 floors. You see a coconut tree, right lined up over there. There are some stiffness knots coming out. The nature itself over there, the tree allows itself to have a little kind of knot, stiffness coming out and then grow further. The stiff staples out and then grows further and goes tall. This is nature. Why introduce stiffness over there, to keep it going high as you want. And then you give braces, the load gets distributed in larger area, and that helps you distribute load plus earthquake safety also there. This is kind of our sketch and my building design. Other one thing over there, most engineers not using it. Structural engineers using it. You can stack system. Somebody give a small in the atrium or a hole in the building, what they call building there. You know, like chimney, the mills have chimneys, they stack, the smoke comes out. Stacks are most safer structure in the building. They're never fallen. Anywhere in the world, stacks had always, the buildings are fallen down, but stacks are remaining condition. Because of inbuilt safety in that. But what happens against wind pressure, the stacks give you kind of moving, worldly kind of pressure. It goes physically up and worldly kind of pressure, which helps you against the wind pressure. The internal wind pressure builds out over there, it is stability of the building. Building doesn't move, doesn't be stronger over there. Helps you to cut down the against the forces. This is a building coming over here, Palace Royal. The atrium over here is about almost 80-90 floors. This building can go 100 more floors with similar system stability structure over there. No wind pressure will affect that. I repeat again. Frank Lloyd had built a building, gave a concept of a tall building, 1 mile building. He also gave the structural concept that time. You know the tripod, how the tripod works? In his building design, he gave a tripod system for the building system, structural system. And on the basis of that tripod system over there, on the same system of tripod, your Kingdom Tower will be built now. What he gave concept about 70 years back, on the same basis, King Khalifa has been done now. In India now, we are going to have opportunities of high-rise building. We are having Port Trust, Bombay Port Trust is doing about 305 acres of development, land development over there. We will have also marinas and cruises, but also will have a new waterfront. Look forward to possibly you will have new skyline coming here. A great opportunity for the architects and builder developers to have some new line over here. And I'm sure with this new landmarks will be coming. And I'm sure some of you want to aspire to design some landmarks over here. And possibly you see again great buildings. And I hope I'll be around to design and build some buildings. If you will do it, I'm sure I will do it. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.